Je ziet hem overal op de hoeken van de straten. Eenzaam en verlaten. Een glimlach om zijn mond.
I've worked at some of the largest retailers on the planet. You think they all have it figured out, but Shopify really does.
You can build Burn Live. What's up, y'all? Burn Live. Y'all marijuanically keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes. Changing the viewers' eye red. Keeping underage smoking off social media. Killing myself for your entertainment. I promise you guys. Sitting here with friends and family starting a cannibalization. I highly appreciate you guys tuning in to another show. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a second. And the only reason why, y'all, is because I had to hold off for a second. I had to chill out for a second. My blunt is not smoking, y'all. I was trying to go live a little early. Well, not early. I tried to have my blunt ready to smoke with you guys. I was like, man, I'm gonna go live. My blunt already gonna be ready, lit, smoking, and chilling.
If I get lonely, the sound of other voices are the rooms.
So that bug is not smacking right now. Let me make sure my volume. Can we get a mic check? So that bug is not. All right. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Burn Live show. I had to make sure that everything was right, everything was chilling. Got a little music in the background. We're going to be talking about, my main thing is talking about the RICO Act, the Young Thugger case, man. I really never thought in a million years that a lot of things can happen before a case is brought to trial. You know what I'm saying? I thought mainly a lot of things are held tight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been watched over. You know, you're really not trying to make too many adjusters and decisions because you know what I'm saying, you don't want to end up in jail or you don't want to make the court case worse than what it is. But I'm obviously starting to see that that's not the problem. That's not the matter. Some people are really going all out, and this case alone, there has been so many things that have happened before the trial. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just talking about the Young Thugger case. Y'all know Young Thugger. Young Thugger is a rapper from Atlanta who blew up in the rap industry, had some of the number one songs out there in America. He really been doing his thing. I'm gonna let Nate, the lawyer, talk about it. And I seen this video a couple of days ago. No bullshit. I seen this video a couple of days ago, and I wanted to talk about it. And I actually literally went around to other people and had them watch the video first to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, this was something that I really wanted to talk to you guys. And then, yet again, it came to my attention that, like, I really wanted to talk about this with you guys. So it's like, it kind of really did not matter what other people said. It's just the fact that I really wanted to discuss this case. I thought it was very interesting. I got other things that I want to talk to you about, but since I put this in the intro and I put the description to the video down in the bottom, so you guys can go see it and go look at it for yourselves anytime you want to go see it. I thought it was that damn interesting. This video, to me, like I said, y'all, my opinion is very interesting. I cannot believe that something like this could go down. And shout out to Nate. Like I said, I put him in the description, bros. Let's see how this look on a smaller screen like that. So, like I said, y'all put them down in the description so y'all can watch it videos for yourselves. And I'm gonna really get into this. I'm gonna really get into this. We're gonna he's gonna discuss it. I'm gonna break it down from my point of view since I'm not a lawyer. See, he's a lawyer, he's gonna break it down to you. He can't believe it. But I'm gonna break it down to you from a pothead, from a citizen point of view, from somebody that's like, man, I'm sitting back and I'm watching this and I can't believe that we are actually letting stuff like this go down. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get into this. Put a round of applause for Nate, the lawyer, as he explained to us the Young Thugger Act. This is crazy in the rap game.
And sent to jail.
The judge slaps a potential juror with jail time.
Hold on.
Okay, this RICO trial is crazy. These are the people who have been arrested and sent to jail before the trials even started. A juror was arrested
A
and
juror.
sent to jail.
The judge slaps a potential juror with jail time. Her offense, shooting video of courtroom proceedings.
A defense attorney was arrested and sent to jail.
A defense attorney. Let me bring this up here because I'm gonna need this.
Video of courtroom proceedings.
A defense attorney was arrested.
This guy was arrested for filming a live procedure in court. Now, I'm not here to point nobody out. I'm not here to make fun of nobody. Yes, I am. I'm here to make fun and have fun at other people's dispensaries today. Yes, I am. I am so sorry. I'm not even finna sugarcoat it. This is crazy to me, ladies and gentlemen. How many of y'all have been to court and pulled out your phones and tried to record? Every time that I see something majorly crazy, I am definitely going to sit up here and take a dab because my blunt is not hitting for one. So I definitely got to take a dab to this because what we're learning is crazy. It's super, super crazy. And it's not the American way. It's not, bro. It's weird. It's not the American way. So this is my first to the first thing that we considered was crazy that was going on.
Arrested and sent to jail.
Breaking news now at noon, a defense attorney with the YSL RICO case has been arrested. Officials say attorney Astasios Manetas was arrested this morning in the Fulton County courtroom.
Hell, even a court officer was arrested and sent to jail.
We've got some new developments tonight involving yet another twist in this ongoing YSL RICO case. We're talking about a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy arrested earlier today and accused of trying to smuggle contraband to a defendant in the case. This deputy, Akiba Stanley, in this mugshot here.
And the trial?
I still think now the smuggling drugs was probably the loudest thing I heard. And yet again, I'm not gonna lie to nobody. When I was hearing these cases, when I was hearing about this, I thought the trial had already started. I thought this man was in court. I thought this is all, it's doing the trial. It's doing, it's in court, man. But for all of this to happen in court before trial, caught on camera, cameras catching cameras doing camera things. That's what it seemed like.
Hadn't even started yet. I'm talking about the Young Thug criminal RICO trial in Georgia. Let's check it out.
It's Black Friday, and ContentCritter.com is hosting its biggest sale ever. If you want to learn how to shoot and edit professional videos, grow.
So we're talking about Grammy Award-winning rapper Young Thug in his RICO trial in Georgia. Now, he comes from a poor Atlanta neighborhood. He grew up in a housing project and then made it to rap superstardom, having the #1 album in the country.
Rapper Young Thug, known for hits like Check. And for co-writing the Grammy-winning song, This Is America with Childish Gambino.
Yeah, this is America.
Comes in my area.
So let's go back to May 2020 in Fulton County, where a grand jury handed down indictments to Young Thug and 26 other people under the state's RICO statute. Check it out.
Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, is one of 28 defendants charged in a sweeping 56-count indictment against the criminal street gang Young Slime Life, also known as YSL. The charges ranging from conspiracy to violate the Georgia criminal racketing law, murder, armed robbery.
26 people over how many cases? Y'all, they put this to Young Thugger, but this is the same stuff they did to Young Thugger before they even did the trial. They seen this case right here and decided, hey, we're going to do this exact same thing to Trump that we doing to Young Thugger and see can we get away with it. Okay? This exact same thing they're doing to Young Thugger, they figure they can do to Trump too. That's another reason why I am going over this case, except for and simply because it's funny too.
An aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, also named Sergio Kitchens, who performs under the name Gunna. As of Tuesday afternoon, the rap star had not yet surrendered to authorities.
My number one focus is targeting gangs, and there's a reason.
If you watched my channel before, I know that face looks familiar. That is the prosecutor that's going after Trump. Okay.
For that, they are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community.
According to the indictment, why?
Rewind that. Let's play that again. How much percentage of crime is they committing?
Number one focus is targeting gangs, and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing.
Gangs are committing 75 to 80% of the crimes that's happening in their neighborhood. When you're doing crime like that, that's organized crime. When crimes are committed like that, that means crimes are high. That means people are leaving. That means people like her are losing out on money. That's money loss. When crimes are convicted and getting away and nobody's prosecuted, that is taxpayers' money being wasted in the community. I'm putting that out there. I want you to y'all to cipher that. I have been watching motivational credit shows that have been getting their credit together, and I've been wondering, like, am I really up here watching the right shows? Am I really presenting to my people videos and things that are concerning to them that's going to make them think in their mind? I'm like, yes, I am, because I watch other shows and they talk the same way I talk. You know what I'm saying? We talk different, but we be on the same subject of path. So this right here, learning, I'm going to let y'all hear it one more time.
Gangs, and there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community.
According to the indictment, YSL is a criminal street gang started in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta. Prosecutors say Young Thug is a co-founder, and he and his affiliates have played a role in some of the city's most violent crimes.
Me and the mayor and the police chief have talked about the fact that Cleveland in our community is referred to as Bleveland.
Also named in the indictment is Jimmy Carlton Winfrey. He's serving a 20-year prison sentence after pleading guilty to firing shots at rapper Lil Wayne's tour buses as they traveled on I-285 in April of 2015.
Now,
So this should let us know that this case is serious. You know what I'm saying? A famous rapper getting shot at, Young Thugger sending hitmen at people. This case is serious, okay? And before we even get into the case, we got things. So Nate, the lawyer, that's why I put him on here to show y'all. Nate, the lawyer, to set y'all up to let y'all know what's going on, okay? Young Thugger, the king of all kings of this rap. He got an organized group. They done did crimes. We done locked up 26 people, all right? All right, we got the narrative, people. We got how we
tour buses as they traveled on I-285 in April of 2015.
Now, you heard the term RICO. Now, RICO stands for the Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Here's a quick overview of the RICO law in Georgia.
There's another reason why I like it, because you really get to break it down. Now, if you don't know, now you finna know what this is. So you can't not say that on my show, people don't know what the RICO Act is.
No difference between an organization like the KKK, street gang, or the gang that was indicted in this current case. The only element that the prosecution would have to prove is that this gang is organized as a racketeering enterprise. And those are the key words there, enterprise. And basically all that is an organization, a group of people. It can be formal, it can be informal, as long as they share the common purpose of committing criminal activity. So a RICO enterprise could be a street gang, it could be the KKK, it could be the Coca-Cola company, as long as that group of people is promoting and carrying out criminal activity through a pattern of specific crime.
So now,
promoting and committing an act of specific crimes that you can see, abuse, feels, everything. Okay, that's the RICO Act. Organized.
after those indictments and people are looking at decades in prison, the defendants start flipping like fish. Check this out.
Last week, Sergio Kitchens, better known as rapper Gunna, took the first plea deal, followed by Walter Murphy, an alleged YSL co-founder. Then Wooney Lee, rapper Slime Life Shoddy, and
now, for my audience that are watching this, I don't know how deep we are into this, because understandable, this has been happening for a while, but I do somewhat remember. Hold on, let's keep
Martinez
going.
Arnold, rap name.
I do remember some people not liking one of those rappers that was up there because they did talk, they did snitch, they said some things, or they took the RICO act like, man, he a snitch. Why am I finna go down for something that I didn't do, that I know about, that if I just go ahead and tell the truth, I can get a lighter sentence? Is that such a bad idea, to get a lighter sentence for myself? When do I have to look out for myself? Now, I understand, y'all, it's been a street credit moment. Looking at these guys, they're looking at that. They're looking at street cred only. The hood must represent. I must get the hood to represent me. I must represent the hood, my background, where I come from. I had to represent my environment. I am a product of my environment. You have heard that in so many rap songs. It seems like that's only in rap songs. You do not hear that in country. You do not hear that in rock. You don't hear it in no other genre, but I was a product of my environment. You don't hear about bad situations, but these guys was a product of their environment.
Little Duke cut deals. Now today, Quantavious Greer or rapper Unfunk entered a guilty plea. All five have been sentenced to between 9 and 10 years on probation. They will also have to testify at the YSL trial if attorneys on either side.
So now Young Thug is at trial. He's like, I'm going to go, even though I got all these people flipped, all these people are going to testify against me. It looks like I'm going to jail for a long time. That's not even the story of this trial. Then the madness happened, right? First, a courtroom deputy was arrested on insane charges of having a relationship with one of the defendants and a whole bunch of other crap. Check this out.
Akiba Stanley took an oath to serve and protect, but officials say her track record as an officer is now criminal. Her arrest warrants detail her having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate, visiting his cell, communicating with an inmate through Instagram, and trying to smuggle contraband to Christian Eppinger from one of his relatives. Eppinger is accused of shooting a veteran Atlanta police officer several times last year while he was being taken into custody. He's also a defendant in the YS.
I heard so many stories about these guys, inmates, getting it in. Some of us fellas on the streets is not pulling female like they is pulling when they is locked up. Do you hear me? I'ma say it again. Some of these fellas is pulling women way better than us guys out freedom and with the capability of taking care and going out on dates with these women. These women where to deal with these guys that are locked up, that can't do nothing, and they be waiting. Baby, I'ma wait on you. When you get out, in 3 years, yeah, it's gonna be hot, wet, tight, juicy, and all that stuff. I'm telling you, this is what goes on. Okay, this is wilder. But like I said, y'all, this all went down before the trial. Everything that you finna hear, I'm just finna catch you up, dog. This is funny to me. This is wild to me. I can believe that this goes on, but the beat goes on. It's wild.
RICO case awaiting trial. Stanley's charges include a violation of oath of office, reckless conduct, and conspiracy to commit a felony.
Now, you thought that was crazy. Well, a defense attorney for Young Thug and his crew was arrested for possession.
Remember, this guy, hold on, let's go back.
Well, a defense.
Remember, he's a defensive attorney, but in the beginning, we showed you, if y'all just tuning in, we showed you that he got arrested for filming the light skin, not the dark skin, the light skin. The light skin, y'all. I don't care if you want to say white, black, I don't know what he is, so I'm saying light skin so you can understand that the guy in the gray suit, is that better? The guy in the gray suit got arrested for filming. It don't get no liver than this. I guess they try to say this is the court of the century. This will make and break some of these lawyers. That's how I'm looking at it. Maybe that's how they taking these penitentiary chances.
Attorney for Young Thug and his crew was arrested for possession of prescription drugs and attempting to toss a phone to allegedly another attorney, but missing and hitting a.
Y'all heard that? I just had to play it again so y'all make sure y'all heard this correctly.
Prescription drugs and attempting to toss a phone to allegedly another attorney, but missing and hitting a deputy upside the head. So they charged him with assault for that. Check this out.
And many of you know what is going on because it has been cycling through social media. So right now, the trial is still wrapped up in jury selection, but there have been quite a few hiccups. So just this morning, one of the attorneys was actually arrested in court. The defense lawyer faces charges, including disruption of court proceedings and simple battery of an officer.
Now, this is what be crazy to me. You could do the simplest thing to a police officer and they're going to get you with battery assault and you're going to get hit with that charge. Flat out hit with that charge. You can have a fight in the streets with somebody and you want to press charges and you have to make sure that you tell the police exactly what happened in full definition to get that charge pressed on a battery and assault on a person. But you can easily get one tossed at you from a cop. I'm just want that put
now
out
you
there.
thought that was crazy, but we're not halfway done. See, one of the defendants was caught passing Young Thug drugs in court.
I think this is where everybody heard at least this story at least once. What, last year before last, whenever the hell this happened? I'm not sure when this exact happened, but I believe everybody heard at least this story right here. For sure heard this story. I guarantee you heard this story.
Court. Here's the video.
All new tonight at 11, contraband in court. Atlanta rapper Young Thug is already facing a slew of RICO charges, but now there are new allegations against him and a fellow YSL defendant. Here's what happened. We got this video from court. Take a look at the part we highlighted here. Do you see this? Right there. According to...
Why on camera? How smooth? I guess this to let you know what I want to say this. This right here really, really let you know how organized crime they thought they was, or they thought they had it. They thought they got it. Do you understand? This is how organized crime they thought it is. And then the police officer is right there. You think somebody snitched on him? You think somebody told in the beginning? Hey man, this is finna go down.
Court motions. Young Thug's fellow defendant Khalif Adams passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of a handshake right there. According to court motions, Young Thug's fellow defendant Khalif Adams passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of a handshake right in front of the entire courtroom. Adams is serving a life sentence for murder.
Now, with all that, you'd be like, all right, that's enough, Nate. That's crazy. But wait, there's more. So a juror found herself sentenced to 3 days in jail for filming the court proceedings illegally in contempt of court. The judge had to call her out. Check this out.
All right, juror 1004, good morning, madam.
Good morning.
All right, the lady right here standing up. only reason I don't like this angle, and I'm just letting y'all know, because the judge is up here behind the screen. First, I had to watch this video a couple of times to make sure. So I wanted to explain to y'all. The lady who they're prosecuting is standing up right here. You can see this on the small screen right here. All right. And then the judge is up here at the top under the seal. The camera is simply going to try to zoom in just to let y'all know where it's at.
Madam, just to recap, you were summoned as a juror on the 17th of March of this year to begin the jury selection process. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And during that particular process, do you recall, and let me back up just a second, because of conduct that occurred or alleged conduct that occurred on the 17th of March, you were served with a order to show cause. That was filed on the 20th of March of this year to appear on this date, the 3rd of April at 10 o'clock in courtroom 1C. You received a copy of that notice, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And that notice also gave you sufficient notice that as to why you should not be held in willful contempt for violating the court's admonitions against improper jury behavior, specifically live streaming the jury selection process on Friday, March the 17th of 2023. Do you recall that? I'm going to include that as a copy of the next court exhibit in order. That's your notice that we gave you. So you are at this point in time, why shouldn't I hold you in willful contempt?
Okay, so I'm going to explain everything that happened that day on the 17th.
He's giving you a chance to explain yourself. You know, you had time to, while he was talking, to think. You really want to put something clever together, something, you know what I'm saying? Oops, I really wasn't recording. I was trying to just, you know what I'm saying, check my makeup, and I accidentally hit the live button. Something that makes sense, something that's compatible with just sounding like, okay, make yourself sound like a reasonable idiot. Irrational idiot, or a passionate idiot. You know what I'm saying? Admit to your mistake with the attempt to apologize, or the attempt to say that the reason why you fucked up. Okay, that's what I mean. When you're getting this opportunity, because you know what I'm saying, whatever you say is not really going to help you, so you might as well hurt yourself in attempt to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Basically admitting that you were wrong with attempt to clean it up. This is what I was thinking when I heard this. This is what you think would come out of a person's mouth when a judge gives them an opportunity to speak. Okay, I messed up. Admit that I messed up. But it's between you and the judge.
17th of March.
Okay, but before then, do you recall this court giving you the ad nauseum admonitions about acceptable behavior?
About having phones out?
Yes.
At the moment when we came in.
Didn't I tell you to turn your phone off?
It was, I'm going to be truthfully and very honest. When it was a lot going on, we had just come from different
Answer
floors.
my question first, and then you can explain it. Do you recall us telling you to turn off your cell phones?
Yes, sir.
I tell it multiple times for multiple reasons, and you decide you're going to just do what you wanted to do.
It's not
pull out your phone
doing what I wanted to do.
Well, you pulled out your phone and videotaped our proceedings, and that was in direct violation of this court's order. So I'm going to sentence you to 3 days of in jail, and that will otherwise satisfy your contempt.
Didn't even give her a chance to explain herself. Like I said, you would have thought right there. You would have truly thought right there that the person would have time to explain themselves and get their issue off and see, like, hey, this is what happened, Your Honor. You know, Messed up. I was trying to check the makeup, man. I hit the live button. I hit the record button, man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Please, I want to happen again. I won't even bring my phone to court. Something like that. Something in that order. You would think that you would have said. I thought I would have said. Hell.
In jail, and that will otherwise satisfy your contempt.
The things are getting so petty that a lawyer for one of the defendants was ordered by the judge to buy lunch for everybody from a nearby strip club, and and was given the penalty of writing a 17-page essay or spending 20 days in jail. Writing a 17-page essay or spending 20 days in jail.
What is going on in this case, man? What's going on, dog? What is popping out here? For real. Yeah, you gotta ask yourself what's going on. You really gotta ask yourself what's going on. What is the consequences that are really popping off out here? Are we really going through this? Are we really are we trying to get out of jail or are we trying to go to jail? You gotta ask these questions, and I'm asking these questions because I could not believe all this stuff were happening in a trial. I never thought this would happen I never thought this happened in a RICO case, that all this stuff would happen. Slanging drugs, recording, trying to toss a person's phone, drugs twice, and all this stuff. Like, what in the hell are you waiting for? And thanks to Nate, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm sorry, Nate, that if he hit me, I'm like, man, don't ever do that again. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. But I really wanted to show my audience that, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You cannot keep sitting up here and thinking that crime that happens in America or crime that happen everywhere, that we can ignore the things that happen. Y'all really want to sit up here. Look at, I'm getting all comfortable. Y'all really want to sit up here and explain or sit up here and ignore that crime really don't be happening or things really don't be happening and the nature that it happens. Okay, let's get that part right there understood. Things that happen in the nature that it happened. When y'all ignore the things that happen, like, oh man, that's not really happening. It's happening because of the white man or court or something like that. For an example, ladies and gentlemen, you do have you have some places that are now starting to they're banning ski masks. I think it's up north. It's a northern state, because that's where I heard they trying to blame it on racism. But they like, bro, it's not racism. It's like a lot of thefts are coming back from ski masks. So they're trying to crack down on the major crime. Can't nobody blame for major crime that be happening, and you want to stop it and shut it down. So that's what's going on. Right? Right. Everywhere there's crime in a thick ass group, or it's a bundle of crime happening, I want to say, and I want to think, and I feel that we need these sudden change of laws that's real quick, rapid, and very precise. But what I don't think should be happening is people allowed to say that it's because of racism without no real true proof evidence or anything. If there's real true proof evidence that racism is popping and is really going down, then okay. I'm for it and I'm against it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the for it. I'm for it because it's happening, so I'm against it. But if it's not really going down, if we really understanding that there are crime, especially people that are crying out crime in these positions, come on, man. Let's stop. Let's stop. Okay, we need better laws to happen for us so we can put ourselves in a position to win. We need to find a way to clean up our streets. We need to find a way to have stricter law and not in a concept that is just for black people. When people better yet, when people say that, oh yeah, it's towards the black community, it's just to lock up more black people, you need to take those specific people and put them in the hood. Well, let's go to the hood and watch how they say, no, I don't want to go to the hood. I don't want to go to the hood. That's not where I'm trying to go. Why are you not trying to go to the hood? You don't want to go to the hood for the simple fact of the same reason of what's out there in the hood. There's nothing in the hood, so therefore you want to sit up here and complain that everything is racist because you get money. And I'm only reason I'm starting to see that for real because of the simple fact that's starting to be brought up in stories. It's starting to be actually brought up in the news coverage that I guess you want to call them race hustlers. And I know a lot of people are going to sit on my show and probably say, how dare you call certain people race hustlers? You only can call people race hustlers if they're only bringing on race. Who the only people that bring up race? Black people. Y'all would sit up here all day long and come to us and tell me that y'all would tell me that the most racist person is white supremacists and is starting with Trump. This is what y'all would tell me, that it's starting with Trump and it's going on and it's affecting America and see what he's doing. But then my follow-up question to that is like, okay, so what happened to the last 3 years that just passed? Because Trump was nowhere in office. Remember, and I've been hearing this a lot, and it's like, oh yeah. Remember, a lot of people and some people saying he want dictatorship. He just want to stay in office. I'm like, if he wanted to do that, when he did that the first 4 years that he was in office, when he wouldn't just stay, didn't he leave? Okay. But yet again, I'm going to big crime to small crime. And the only reason I'm going to Trump is because, yet again, the Young Thugger case looks like the same thing they're doing to Trump. And Trump is probably turning around, well, because Young Thugger was first. But yeah, Young Thugger been murdering, killing. Where have Trump murdered and killed somebody? Oh, he hasn't. Y'all want to get him for faulty business in New York City. Y'all want to get him on his Mar-a-Lago crib in Florida. You want to get him on documents that he took from the White House. You want to get him on January 6th. But then when somebody asks y'all to make that make sense, only people that can make it make sense is, like I said, conspiracy theory. But then when the tables are turned, when you're talking to people who say, what about Joe Biden? Well, not Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. You ask those questions, and then you have a problem. Why is there a problem when it comes to stuff like that? That's a good question. It may be a bad question, but it's the same question when it comes to crime. Why, when you know there's crime in bad neighborhoods, And then y'all be like, oh, it's the poor neighborhood. Why is it poor? Why is it bad? Why are businesses leaving the neighborhood? Why you can't have nothing but police stations, McDonald's, and a Chinese shop and chicken places in the hood? Why is them the only thing that survive in a black neighborhood? Is conditions and substance like that. But yet again, I'll be tripping. But then when I sit up here and I watch shows and I listen to these videos and I watch a lot of different news coverage because I want to hear how the news coverage cover it. And then I will go to a podcast that talks around the same thing, or they have a special guest on that's deep live into the coverage. It's always a little bit different. Or when you hear the full coverage story of somebody's speech, it's always a little different. Like I said, man, that trial thing, and it was not over. It was only halfway through. I just thought I'd just switch off for a second because, you know, I don't want people to think like I'm really stealing his content, but his content was that much interesting that I wanted to share it with you guys because the littlest things was happening. The recording in court, the throwing a phone at a police officer. Who throws a phone? Try to be sneaky, throw a phone at somebody and hit a cop. Like, what are the odds? Why did you, whoever picked that time? Because I feel like that person wouldn't have did it if you wouldn't told them. The sillier the incident, you could tell it was like, who told you to do it? And you probably not gonna snitch him out and like, okay, you're not gonna tell me who did it. So then you get hit with the crime, they hit you with something small like, because I know it wasn't you. Chill. I be wondering, like, what act, what mindset, what frame, what intuition do we have to go to realize that this is not for us? I ask people, you know what I'm saying? I haven't had a conversation in a while. I have actually been keeping my politics down at work, you know what I'm saying, with people because people been getting riled up. They've been getting riled up. I ain't trying to rile too many people up or flare people up. You know what I'm saying? I just do this because, hey, it's a lot that goes on. It's a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that this RICO Act looks like the Trump Act. Same thing they probably finna do to Biden after Biden get out of office. You know what I mean? I feel like they like right now how things are looking, like after Biden get out of office, they're gonna attack Biden. You'll see Biden more going to court and stuff like that. But then you do hear a lot of people sitting up here talking about um do you think Joe Biden is gonna make it? You hear a lot of people's like, man, I don't think Joe Biden is gonna make it. They're gonna find some excuse, some reason to take Joe out. And I don't know if it's all on social media, you know what I'm saying? People just be making fun of it on TikTok, but that's analysis is spreading like wildflower when it comes to people thinking like, hey, this might happen, that might happen. I'm like, man, is it really, really, really that bad? Mm. Is people really, really thinking that it's really gonna come down to somebody else new versus Trump? Look, you got people like Tucker Carlson that had an interview with Trump. 4 million people watched this interview with Tucker Carlson and Trump. But yet again, Tucker had the nerves, because it takes nerves to admit something to a person. That's how you feel, but have the nerves to tell Trump to his face, like, "Hey, man, I think they're trying to kill you, bro. I think they're trying to get at you, man. I think they're trying to knock you down, man. I think they try to take you out." Why is it to the point to where I'm trying to take you out, to where you got famous celebrities coming to these guys to like, "Hey, this is what they trying to do you." You know, when a black man get told, "Hey, man, I think them guys around the corner trying to take you out," a man normally gets what, y'all? Strapped up. Boy, go get strapped up. He's finna go get locked and loaded and ready to go. He's finna go get ready to go. It's time to go down. It's time to get down. It's time to go. What's up? These niggas talking what? Who? What? And see, this is the point to where I'm like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? You 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 you, you got Joe Rogan on his show where he talk to people. You got, these are famous people that's going on talking to other people, having a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Still have the freedom of speech, not worrying about sponsors, not tripping off all that extraness that comes with diversity when it comes to why is we doing this, why is we doing that. Okay. So when I'm seeing this, I'm really looking at it from opposition, like, if this is true, this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is true, this is real. This is a way to look at things. You know what I'm saying? Understand that you can talk against some people, no matter how big, how small you are, and probably get attacked. There's probably people that they sing young and like, "Oh man, he's making a move in the neighborhood. Let's stop him at a young age. Let's stop him at a middle age." I'm hearing about a war hero in Africa. They're calling him. They're saying he's making Trump moves. Now they're calling it the Trump move. When you have people of leadership that's bold, that's outspoken, that's going to stand up for their country, now they want to call it the Trump move. They're calling it the Trump movement. You know what I'm saying? You may not like it. I might not like it. I guess it doesn't matter, but that's what they're calling it. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to shut down the woke agenda, when you're only advocating for things that you feel is right, things that you feel that is necessary in your hood, in your streets, in your American way, they're calling it the Trump movement. Okay. Sure, you might well hit me up on Messenger and come to the show. You know, sit right here on the chair. Got a microphone. But ladies and gentlemen, this is these are the stories, and this is what's been going on, you know. Hold on, y'all. Let me message this person real quick and see if they're gonna pull up. See if we're gonna have a special guest. Look, now you heard me say all this stuff live. Everybody's saying, All right. Ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, I had to message somebody that said they were gonna stop through and maybe sit down and have a conversation with me. I appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I'm saying, and I was talking about you got celebrities that are talking about Joe Biden's gonna be dead and gone, or Trump might be assassinated. So I don't think this ever has been done before. Have there ever been a time where two presidents that was running for office ever been taken out? One by sickness, one by assassination, or both by sicknesses, or any altercation like that? Have any case like that have ever been done in history? History. Now, me and you, we all should be expecting some new things to happen. I hope we're not saying, "Oh man, I expect every year everything to happen the same." That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't expect COVID to ever hit and America to ever be shut down. Something like that hasn't been shut down in a very, very long time. And we really got to feel the effects of a shutdown and what it does to America and what it does to society. What it does to society. That was more dangerous, especially here in America, because it had the elites on elite and it had people that didn't want to succeed, that didn't have nothing to do, they didn't have a life, to sit there to humiliate themselves on national television or on your app, on social media. You had people that wanted to sit up there and humiliate themselves on social media. They were bored. They called themselves any type of things. They tried new things. They tried projects. I mean, anybody did anything and popped off anything just to have a story. Some people woke up and started looking for the truth. Now I appreciate all of us that woke up and started looking for the absolutely truth. Like we start seeing the truth, we start seeing absolutely what's going on, so we can't fake it or act like this wasn't or was not happening. You see what I'm saying? Where it goes to there. So when we're up here looking at each other and we looking at these so-called presidents, I'm like, I'm like this. I understand the president's positions and jobs and understand, but now I have been waking up and I have been seeing more and more of the governors, the mayors, the DAs, the districts. Now, them stories right there of what's going on in your city and state, we can. I feel like for real, to be honest with you, we shouldn't even be talking about presidents. We don't even need to talk about them. We don't even need to go there about them. They're not even worth our time. These governors, these guys that actually handle and touch your taxpayers' money. Like I said, y'all, I want to know, can the White House be audited? Can we, the people, we, the American people, me, you, and everybody that watch the Joe Rogan show, that watch the Tucker show, that follows Trump, that follows you, everybody that's our friends and family, can we send an audit paper up there to the White House and like, look at her. I'm keep tired of every year I look on the news, y'all telling me that we are more trillion dollars in debt. What's going on? What is going on? There is a problem. Something y'all not doing. Something up there y'all not telling us. Mm-mm. We sending our own audit up there. Boom. I want to do that to the White House. These governors, these mayors. Oh my God. I don't even know how I found the people that actually be looking up into these guys that do these reports. But I'm so happy that I found these guys and that do these reports, because just like, I found them. Okay, this is how they found them. It seemed like the guys, the people that are in financing, that are money hungry, money driven, that want to show you where the money's going, that want to show you how the money is spent, how to save your money, how to invest in your money. These guys are looking at where your money goes, your taxpayer money goes, and investment. So now they're following the money trail and they're making videos. And I'm like, oh my God. And then not only that, but these mayors, these governors actually get put on blast and be put on the news. And I'm like, okay. Sometimes they are held accountable for it. And you got to look at it and be like, wow. You can't say that my vote don't count, or we the people just can't sit up here and just smoke weed and just let people do what they want to do. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm protesting for. That's what I'm trying to preach. We cannot sit up here and let these people take over. Once these videos get spread, once everybody start talking about it, and I guess it's really been talked about on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok for real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. Still not on TikTok. I got a profile picture up there. I be around there a little bit, but I'm really not on TikTok. Okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't tell you. But I'm seeing the exposures of things that are going on. We can't deny what we see and what we just can't deny. I got my kind of hand tossed up between which one of these two little stories I wanted to pick and choose from to share with you guys. I guess we're gonna share a little bit of both of them, huh? Yes, sir. Since I've been
Right now, people.
I'm gonna go here with this one. Since I've been talking about Trump a lot, I'm just gonna go onto this one.
A series of new developments out of Fulton County, Georgia, signaling the potential for a blockbuster trial. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reporting top senior Trump officials are included on the prosecution's nearly 200-person witness list. Among those names, former Attorney General Bill Barr, who Trump called a coward during an event last night. Steve Bannon, who Trump called the greatest BSer. last night as well, and former Vice President Mike Pence, who we all know Trump said to hang. And in exclusive new reporting in The Guardian by my next guest, previously unreported emails suggest the prosecution is dropping pretty obvious hints at its endgame for some of the defendants in the Georgia RICO case. While communicating with the attorneys for the remaining RICO defendants, Fulton County DA Fani Willis writes, quote, "We have a long road ahead. Long after these folks are in jail, we will still be practicing law." The operative word there being jail. Joining me now is Hugo Lowell, political investigations reporter at The Guardian. Hugo, as always, it's so good to have you here. Let's start with your exclusive reporting about those emails. That's kind of a dicey energy going on between Fani Willis. You know, kudos to her for standing up against a complete flank of attorneys. But to her point, and this actually dovetails with your other exclusive reporting, no plea deals for the kind of top lieutenants to Donald Trump. So is she just laying the table or setting the table for just total hostilities there?
I think it was a particularly aggressive email chain, and I think the defense counsel saw it as presumptive, but I think it gives you an idea of the kind of endgame that the DA's office is envisioning in this case. They clearly intend to take it to trial. They clearly intend for some defendants, as you say, to not be given plea deals and to see it all the way through to the end. You know, we had previously reported that Trump, Rudy Giuliani, and Mark Meadows were among the people who the DA's office was not interested in pursuing plea deals with. And if you kind of think about that and you think about the latest email in which they're saying, well, we expect jail sentences in this case, it kind of suggests that those are the candidates they expect to send to jail.
And then kind of the next kind of logical question to you and I obviously in court following the case in Fulton County, very detailed. We've been waiting for a trial date from Scott McAfee. Our viewers have been waiting for this trial date. Do you think the fact that she has announced no plea deals for Trump, Meadows, and Giuliani would actually help inform the decision as to when a trial date gets set?
We had heard privately, according to our sources, that the DA's office had privately told the judge, Scott McAfee, that, you know, you should maybe delay setting trial dates or setting schedules quite just yet. Because
I heard about this rumor, y'all.
This was a month or so ago. And so I think there are a lot of moving parts in terms of a potential trial date. I think the other
I did hear a report about this. I didn't think I was going to ever have a chance to actually have a chance to talk about this, but yeah, they definitely have been pushing back the trial date from what I've been hearing, especially from what I've been hearing. They've been pushing that back for real. And that's amazing that it's weird. That's amazing that's weird. I know a lot of people that are mad and upset because their Christmas gift was to see Trump probably locked up for Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Trump go to jail and a partridge. You know what I'm saying? Pear tree. I know a lot of people that is under that influence that want that grasp. Now, I'm only going to play this for the simple fact that this person only make things better because, and my cousin just told me I should show the other thing, but still, you may hate them, you may disagree upon them, but man, sometimes the real is the real. You cannot knock the real of a message. And like I've been saying, when it comes to crime and things that go on in our neighborhood, but listen to this.
Everything that you're saying has some truth to it. It's just the delivery. You standing, there's no denying that you're standing for and by your people.
Well, here's the thing. When you're addressing evil, you can't worry about the delivery. When you're looking at the conditions of our community, you can't worry about the evil when you got kids that kill kids and say we smoking on Tuka. See, they wasn't worried about the delivery when these kids in Chicago were talking about smoking on Tuka. Mm-hmm. They weren't worried about the delivery. I ain't got no manners for no. I'm gonna put my thumb in the delivery. I like girls where I'm from. And that's on the radio. Song girl, that's promoting to my daughter as we driving to school. This song they playing with Drake. Y'all worried about the delivery? These talking about killing each other. They really, that thug said, I shot at your mama. You don't mention me no more. He really shot your mama. And y'all worried about my delivery? These are confessing to murders on songs. And y'all worried about my delivery? The conditions of black sucking them, talking about booty hole. Y'all worried about my delivery? Come on, don't be hypocrites, black people. Y'all can't listen to this music if y'all so caught up in my delivery. Don't do me like that. And the way y'all snap and pop y'all pussy to this music, the way y'all kill and drill to this music, don't trip about my delivery. Hey, yo, Easy, why you wear your pants like that? I wear my pants like that because that's easy access, baby. Easy, why you talk like that? I talk like that to get my point across. Because when I wasn't talking like that, wearing a bow tie, y'all wasn't paying me no attention. And I was going to the Supreme Court, changing laws and legislations in this country. I was working with over 50.
Listen to who he says he was working with. You might recognize a name or two.
U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So I gave y'all what y'all want. Ignorant mother that talk like them rappers. Now y'all.
I love it to death. 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 Because like he said, when I was doing everything positive, y'all wasn't listening to me. When I was just trying to sit up, I feel it so much passionately because I talk to my fellow black people every day. Every day I talk about these simple matter things that we go through every day. I'm like, hey man, should we be trying to stop this? Should we trying to stop that? And they be looking at me like, nah, man, we shouldn't try to stop it, man. We all right, we good, we great, we gravy. It's awesome. Is it really awesome? Is it really gravy that this man was doing good? Like he said with Ted Cruz, I will rewind it because I know y'all don't care. But I care that y'all don't understand what he was doing compared to what he was doing.
Or two.
U.S. congressional members, from Ted Cruz to Mark Rubio, Senator John Cornyn. I was on the front page of the American Bar Association Journal. I had done a study with News 21, Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. Y'all wasn't paying attention then. So I gave y'all what y'all want. Ignorant mother that talk like them rappers. Now y'all listening. Now y'all paying attention, huh? I got y'all attention. Checkmate. Now let me tell y'all what y'all need to hear. We f***ed up as a race of people since y'all so caught up into my delivery. 5% of children now are catching HIV from ages 13 to 21. What y'all worried about? 85% of the new chlamydia, all the new cases of teenagers. What y'all so caught up about? Only 35% of most kids in inner cities can read on or above their grade level. What are y'all talking about? These kids can't read. Come on. So if we gonna be real, let's be real. I'm not bashing the black woman in her BBLs. I'm not bashing the black woman because she wearing eyelashes. I'm with the sister because she got too many baby daddy. I'm addressing men.
So yeah, now I don't agree with.
He said, I'm addressing the man. He cut it off at a very critical point. But I wanted to play that specifically. Because it need to be spoken, need to be talked about. And Charleston White got you people up here conversating with each other. Y'all are absolutely conversating. Conversating with each other about what matters and what don't matter. Hold on, y'all. Let me take me a quick break real quick and I'll be right back. I am back. Now, I probably need to tone. I need to tone that satellite down just a tad bit. Understandable. Man, it was getting dark up in here, y'all. It was getting dark up and up and up in here. I wish I could just put this up here. Oh, I can. So, y'all, just got a quick question. Is it wrong that a person lose a race when it comes to voting when you tell them the wrong date? When you reveal the wrong date. How is somebody supposed to take it? What is the feng shui of that? I'm curious. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that lately because that is funny to me when I heard this story about that. Hold on. So I'm gonna let this play. So y'all can get a better understanding.
All right, Houston voters turning out to elect the city's next mayor. State Senator John Whitmire overcoming opponent Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee to take control of the fourth largest city in the country. Whitmire bringing in 65% over the Congresswoman's 35%. Our Shelby Rose was at the George R. Brown Convention Center to hear the mayor-elect speak.
Well, this was a campaign watch party that ended sooner than everyone thought, but obviously in a good way if you are a supporter of now Mayor-elect John Whitmire. He took the stage around 9 o'clock alongside his two daughters and grandsons and some former colleagues of his, Representative Sylvia Garcia and Senator Carol Alvarado. Now, when he took the stage, he had a long list of thank yous while also talking about the things that he wants to see change in the city of Houston. He does say that he believes that we do live in a great city, while also admitting that there are some problems that need to be fixed.
Great cities solve their problems. We will make this a safer city. We will do it by recruiting more officers, supporting the officers we have, the coalition building with other agencies. Our infrastructure will be repaired and fixed, not only streets, but water. Great cities do not boil their water for 2 days. Together, we can solve our problems.
And of those in attendance, Houston Police Chief Troy Finner. We had a chance to speak with him about how he thinks about our new mayor of the city of Houston.
I feel good about it. He's a great man, a lot of respect in our city. It's just important that everybody works together and keep moving our city forward. And a new mayor come in with his own ideas, and everybody need to respect that and move forward. Real simple.
But we still do have to wait about a month to see John Whitmire take the seat as mayor, as he will be sworn in January. Reporting at the George R. Brown, Shelby Rose, Fox 26 News.
Meantime, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee conceding her loss.
The fact that she had to concede because she told these people the wrong date. You told the people the wrong date. That is weird. And not only weird, bro. There is a recording. I think this other guy got it there is a recording of her straight cussing out her people before it even got to this. Yeah, really, really going down. Really, really, really going down. Yeah.
Since becoming the interim president of Burkina Faso.
This is the guy I just heard. I've been hearing about, y'all. Him. Africa. Let me see what they say before I say what I gotta say.
Africa's youngest president, Ibrahim Traoré, has been keeping to his promise of transforming the country and ensuring a better life for his people. He has already launched and embarked on multiple developmental projects, as well as following up with projects that were launched before he rose to power. Let's take a look at some of these projects. 1. Modernization of all roads in Burkina Faso. 2. Construction of Ouagadougou Airport. 3. Multiple entrepreneurship programs. 4. Samandini Dam. 5. Renewable energy projects. 6. Water and sanitation projects. 7. Agriculture and rural development projects. Ibrahim Traoré has promised to do everything within his power to transform Burkina Faso, and we can already see the impact in just a few months in power. Since becoming the interim president of Burkina Faso.
I heard this man is taking no prisoners. He is taking no prisoners. No, I heard he's doing big things. I heard he's doing very high expectation things, you know what I'm saying, for his country and his people. I think it's exciting. I was just talking about, I'll say when people make big moves like this, I was just telling y'all, when people make big moves like that, they're calling it the Trump move. And that's exactly what they're saying that this guy right here is doing for his people. And I'm going to follow them just to do more follow-ups on, you know what I'm saying, his upbringing and what he's doing for his country. Ah, fuck it.
Well done.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't bring this story up. I was curious. I'm just so curious. So I just want to hear. Just want to hear.
That when you say the economy is improving and President Biden says the economy is improving, that a majority of Americans outside of this building are not buying it.
So here's the thing. When we walked into this administration, the economy was on a tailspin. That is the fact. Because of the last administration, because of the Trump administration, because of how they dealt with COVID and the pandemic, because they didn't have a comprehensive plan. The president came in, he passed the American Rescue Plan, which was able to get the economy back on its feet, which was able to open up small businesses were able to open up, schools were.
They want to blame. I like how they started off with the last administration. Y'all been into this administration for 3 years, almost 4 years. Trump administration wasn't that bad. COVID really messed up things, but y'all wouldn't even had a plan when nobody had a plan going into the COVID. Nobody. Man.
Were able to open up, and we understand what Americans have been feeling over the last 2-3 years. It's going to take some time. We get that. It's going to take some time, but it does not take away how we have seen the economy getting back on its feet. We actually had to fix the problem that we saw that the last administration left us.
Meanwhile, women and girls apparel up 1.3%, men's and boys apparel up 5.3%.
And remember, this is Bureau of Labor statistics year over year. But what's important to remind you may look at these numbers and go, okay, 5% for cookies, 3% for food. That's on top of the increase, on top of the increase, on top of the increase of the last 3 years. So you're paying 3% more on what you're already, it feels like 15, 20% more. You go to the drive-thru, you go to the grocery store.
So on the inflation of war, on everything that has been popping out here, these are all the extra add-ons that's to our war. That is crazy.
Everything is exceedingly more expensive and it continues to go up. It's like, oh, you gained weight this year, Will, but just a little bit less weight.
I think everybody. What's crazy is I bet you everybody probably lost some type of weight. Everybody probably lost some type of weight.
All right, guys. So you seen that, you heard that. That is Affirmative Action Press Secretary Cringe Jean-Pierre, essentially blaming the Trump administration for why there's a disconnect between how voters feel.
How voters feel about Biden, yeah. The best strategy is to point the fingers at somebody. Everybody's gonna want to point the finger at somebody that's doing the blaming. Like that guy is doing it. That guy's the reason why this happened. That guy. Point the fingers at somebody. Somebody love me, baby. Whoa, whoa, wow. Y'all not ready. Ladies and gentlemen, get up out of here, man. It's been popping with you. I appreciate y'all standing with me. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're seeing this. Peace.